Guys, you really don't believe until you see it, and once you see it, it's shocking. We've all seen shoddy construction before, but compared to this mess, those are nothing. With a floor this thin, never mind people, even a ghost would fall right through it. It's like the developer has never seen money before. Tell me, how is this any different from attempted murder? Their hearts are so evil. Over the years, accidents caused by poor construction quality have repeatedly made headlines and drawn significant public attention. Today, let's take a closer look at this issue. Look at the quality of this construction. Who's in charge of this? 70-year property rights? Will this even last 7 years? And this is supposed to be a high-level project? This is only the 3rd year. How did it turn out like this? Why does the concrete on the stairs collapse when I step on it? Who stepped on it? You stepped on it? If you damaged it, I'll hold you liable. If the stairs are broken, I'll fix them for you. If you damage them, I'll hold you liable. Every second here is torture. I feel like the building is about to collapse at any second, and everyone in it is at risk. All my hard-earned money is tied up in this house. Look at the quality of this community. Look at this. This is what high-rise buildings look like. Look at these people. Are they kidding me? They literally shoved the staircase straight into the wall, and the other side is just hanging in midair. If someone steps on it, especially someone a bit heavier, it'll probably collapse the whole wall on the spot. This is pure shoddy garbage construction. Shoddy construction projects are commonplace in China, and recently another major accident occurred. On November 11th, the Hongqi Grand Bridge in Malkong City, Aba Prefecture, Sichuan Province suddenly collapsed just 10 months after its main span was completed. The bridge section plunged into the Dadu River, sending up a massive cloud of dust. The landmark project, hailed as the bridge in the clouds, originally carried the grand vision of reshaping the transportation landscape of northwestern Sichuan, but was reduced to ruins in a sudden landslide. Authorities quickly attributed the accident to slope cracks caused by a landslide. However, bridge experts later pointed out that the bridge site itself was located in a high-risk geological zone, meaning the landslide was not an accident, but an inevitable outcome of a poor decision. Dr. Zhu Shuiya, a US-based structural engineer specializing in bridge design, stated bluntly in an interview, "This is not a technical issue, it's a political one." He explained that based on the landslide spread pattern and the steep terrain, the hill where the bridge was built was essentially a landslide accumulation body, with slopes as steep as 45 to 60 degrees, precarious terrain. What's even more shocking is that the approach bridge was built directly on this high-risk hillside. Geological surveying is a time-consuming, expensive, and highly specialized task. It requires extensive drilling and sampling to determine if a mountain is suitable for bearing a bridge. However, in China's engineering system, professional opinions are often superseded by bureaucratic decisions. When building bridges in similar terrain abroad, the bridge foundation is placed as close as possible to the bottom of the slope, and the hill is leveled to mitigate impact. The Hongqi Bridge, however, cuts close to the mountaintop, preventing the foundation from being driven very deep, leaving the structure precarious. This approach is like child's play. Following the accident, public opinion quickly focused on who made the decision, who conducted the survey, and who supervised the work. Su Suiye pointed out that the entire project chain may have been corrupted. The leader of the testing agency may be a relative of a superior and has no experience but won the bid. The construction unit simplified the survey to save costs, and the final decision-maker may be for political achievements or interests, forcibly pushing forward the project. In China, engineers often lack a voice, and systemic corruption prevents good designs from being implemented. This is not only a problem with the Hongqi Bridge, but also the root cause of recurring hidden dangers in large-scale infrastructure projects such as the Three Gorges and Sanmenshai reservoirs. After the accident, hundreds of workers were trapped in the construction area with unpaid wages, disrupted transportation, and the project was stalled. They are the direct victims of the systemic failure, yet officials often overlook them. Coincidentally, in the early morning of August 22nd, a steel cable suddenly broke at the construction site in the Jianzha Yellow River Grand Bridge on Sichuan-Qinghai Railway, resulting in at least 12 deaths and 4 missing persons. The bridge, touted as the world's largest span double-track railway continuous steel truss arch bridge, collapsed just days after its closure due to the failure of a key component. On the night of the incident, the construction team was adjusting the slings in preparation for the final closure work. Unexpectedly, the cable suddenly snapped, causing the steel arch structure to collapse, and all 16 workers on site fell to the ground. Witnesses said a loud bang like an earthquake accompanied the accident. Nearby residents revealed that the bridge was already close to closure, with only about 90 meters remaining, but the right side cable suddenly failed, causing the green steel pipe structure to fall. Experts analyzed that the cable breakage could be due to 2 reasons. First, a quality defect in the cable itself. Second, construction errors or improper operation. Disturbingly, conventional safety measures such as safety nets and safety belts were almost ineffective when the entire bridge collapsed. Infrastructure construction in China is often accompanied by corruption. While engineering designs may meet specifications, insufficient monitoring technology, oversight in construction processes, and the profit-driven subcontracting chain make safety the most vulnerable link. Furthermore, the timing of the accident is intriguing. At 3 a.m., workers were performing high-intensity tensioning work. To meet the end of August deadline, the construction company adopted a 2-shift system of day and night, making nighttime construction the norm. Netizens commented, "Why rush the construction? Why must it be completed by the end of August? Safety first, nothing else matters." Comments suggest that when labels like world's largest span and first across the Yellow River become symbols of political achievement, safety often becomes a mere formality. Sloppy construction projects are not only rampant in China, but have also been exposed multiple times overseas. Ecuador and South America even sued China for construction quality issues. The Coca de Sinclair hydroelectric power station suffered severe structural defects, requiring the Chinese state-owned enterprise responsible for its construction to pay $400 million in compensation. The hydroelectric power station, built in 2009 at a cost of nearly $3 billion, was spearheaded by then-President Rafael Correa and constructed by Sinohydro, a subsidiary of China Power Construction Corporation. Since its commissioning in 2016, the hydroelectric station has been plagued by controversy, improper site selection, construction quality issues, corruption, bribery, and loan defaults. Inspections revealed structural defects in the plant, with thousands of cracks in the machinery, severely impacting power generation safety and efficiency. Even after repairs, some equipment continues to leak. The Ecuadorian government filed a $580 million arbitration claim as early as 2021. While the Chinese company countersued in 2024, accusing Ecuador of breach of contract. The compensation agreement reached between the two parties now marks a preliminary end to this long-standing engineering dispute. In addition to structural defects, this hydroelectric power station also poses serious ecological risks. Experts warn that the hydroelectric power station, originally designed for a 50-year lifespan, may operate for only 15 years, impacting not only the national energy system but also potentially causing long-term, irreversible damage to the Amazon ecosystem. Experts stated that the most significant advantage of Chinese state-owned enterprises in securing projects abroad is their lower bids, sometimes even lower than those for similar projects within China. However, given the low price, it's hard to guarantee the project's quality. In an interview, Canadian writer of Chinese descent Sheng Shu stated that Ecuador's demand for $400 million in compensation from Chinese companies marks a crisis for the CCP's Belt and Road Initiative. Previously, many countries, even though they knew the CCP was exporting corrupt contracts and shoddy construction projects, dared not take meaningful action. However, Ecuador's precedent may spur other countries to follow suit with similar demands. She said that the Belt and Road Initiative is essentially about using money plus projects to buy off politicians. When these politicians step down or political instability occurs, the new government often investigates the corruption and collusion between the former and the CCP. The CCP can no longer buy people's hearts with projects. Instead, it must constantly pay the price for corruption and shoddy construction scandals, which is a fatal blow to its finances and international image. China's shoddy construction projects have also drawn widespread attention in Thailand. On March 28th of this year, a 7.7 magnitude earthquake struck Myanmar, causing the collapse of a 30-story national audit building under construction in Bangkok, the Thai capital, killing at least 95 workers. This was the only building in Thailand to collapse in the earthquake. It was a joint venture between China Railway 10th Bureau Group and another Thai company, with China Railway 10th Bureau Group responsible for overall implementation. Although the building was located in the city center, far from the epicenter, it still collapsed entirely during the earthquake, indicating potentially serious structural defects. Investigators noted that the elevator shaft walls were not located at the geometric center of the building, but instead were off-center toward the rear edge. This misalignment caused the elevator shaft walls and foundation columns to collapse almost simultaneously when the building shook violently, ultimately leading to the rapid vertical collapse of the entire structure. Cement samples collected from the rubble showed that their strength did not meet the standard requirement of kilograms per square centimeter. Meanwhile, tests on the reinforced steel revealed discrepancies between the construction and the originally approved plans. Police forensic authorities further confirmed that the signature of a professional engineer on official documents was forged and clearly did not match genuine handwriting. On August 7th, Thai prosecutors formally indicted 23 people involved in the case, including a Thai construction tycoon and representatives of a Chinese state-owned enterprise. Following the Bangkok building collapse, the Thai public developed a strong aversion to Chinese companies. This accident has exacerbated concerns about the quality and safety standards of Chinese state-owned enterprises projects in countries along the Belt and Road Initiative. Below is another typical example of a shoddy construction project by the Chinese Communist Party. On November 1, 2024, the roof of the Novi train station in northern Serbia suddenly collapsed, killing at least 16 people. This station had just completed a 3-year reconstruction project in July of that year. The project was jointly undertaken by China Railway Corporation, a subsidiary of China Railway Group Limited, and China Communications Construction Company. This accident triggered the most significant wave of anti-government protests in Serbia in decades. Subsequently, on August 1st of this year, Serbian authorities arrested several people involved in the case, including the former Minister of Construction, accusing them of causing the state losses of up to 1.156 billion through issuing false invoices and allowing the Chinese state-owned enterprise undertaking the construction to profit approximately 18.8 million illegally. Shoddy construction projects are commonplace, especially in China. I tore off the wallpaper from my newly renovated house in Buyuan Garden. This is what the walls look like, even after the developer admitted there were quality issues and sent workers to fix them. The entire house from the first to the third floor, from the walls to the stairwell, is completely damp and moldy. Again, this is the result after the developer came to fix it. Let me recap the whole incident. The blogger said she bought this house in Buyuan Garden, Huaxi, in June 2018. After more than a year of renovation, formaldehyde removal, and ventilation, she moved into the new house with her children in September 2019, when school started. However, after moving in, she found that the walls were very damp, with leaks and seepage. The walls were wet to the touch on rainy days. So she contacted the property management, who then contacted the developer. The developer agreed to redo the roof waterproofing, but stopped halfway through, supposedly because they ran out of money. Leaks and seepage are widespread in the entire Huaxi country garden community. Their neighbors' situations are almost identical. That's all for today. If you enjoy our content, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with a friend. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.